Angelina Jolie's new relationship. Why Brad Pitt is furious. Over the course of nearly 20 years, a relationship between Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt has been a constant source of mystery in the entertainment industry, enthralling both fans and media outlets with each new development. The story of Brangelina continues to develop, beginning with their high-profile courtship that began in the early 2000s and continuing through their years as a blended family and culminating in their highly publicized and bitter divorce in 2016. Despite the fact that both performers have made progress in their professional and personal lives, recent events indicate that their problematic relationship is not even close to being addressed. This is especially true with regard to their children and the legal challenges that have not been resolved. Over the course of the past few months, there has been constant rumor that Angelina Jolie is currently engaging in a new romantic relationship. Reports of tension between her and Brad Pitt have been sparked as a result of this news, which has reignited interest in the present state of their relationship. However, the majority of these reports have not been proven. Insiders close to both sides have intimated that this new chapter in Jolie's life could be compounding the difficulties that have always existed between them. This is despite the fact that both Jolie and Pitt have maintained a reasonably discreet stance regarding their personal lives after finalizing their divorce. The conflict is caused by a number of different circumstances, and the intricacies that arise from these factors shed light on the more general difficulties that high-profile co-parents encounter. The arrangement that Jolie and Pitt have made regarding child custody is one of the most major and ongoing concerns between him and Jolie. The exes have a total of 6 children together. Maddox, who is 23 years old, Pax, who is 20 years old, Zahara, who is 19 years old, Shiloh, who is 18 years old, and twins Knox and Vivian, who are 16 years old. However, despite the fact that Maddox, Pax, and Zahara are considered to be adults by the law, custody arrangements for the younger children are still being negotiated. These custody arrangements have been the subject of fierce court fights ever since the divorce. Due to the fact that Jolie is attempting to obtain primary custody and Pitt is attempting to negotiate a more equitable shared arrangement, the process has been drawn out and has been quite emotional. There have been tales of different parenting styles and regular conflicts over how to raise their children, which has made co-parenting a difficult task ever since the couple divorced. It is possible that Jolie's new connection will be a source of more challenges to an already precarious equilibrium. Based on information obtained from sources close to Pitt, it appears that you may be concerned about the potential impact that the presence of this new individual could have on the children, particularly with regard to their mental well-being and overall stability. It is possible that Pitt, who has been struggling to reestablish his relationship with his children after years of legal and emotional battles, may experience anxiety as a result of the introduction of a new figure into the lives of the children given the already tumultuous dynamics existing between them. The psychological fallout that resulted from their divorce is another factor that contributes to the intricacy of their co-parenting relationship. The divorce that Jolie and Pitt went through was not only a formal breakdown of their marriage, but it was also a profoundly personal breakup that continues to leave long-lasting scars. During the course of their divorce, allegations of substance misuse, disagreements regarding parenting, and even an investigation by the FBI into an alleged event that occurred between Pitt and Maddox when they were on a private aeroplane in 2016, were all brought to national attention. According to the findings of the investigation, Pitt did not do any infraction. Rather, the encounter was a turning point in their split, which fueled anger on both sides. As a result of Jolie's new connection, Pitt may have feelings of betrayal, sadness, or even remorse that have not been entirely resolved. The dissolution of their marriage, which occurred after they had been together for more than a decade, was said to have been upsetting for both of them. And it is likely that the emotional toll is still being felt today. The idea of Jolie entering into a new relationship may reopen old wounds for Pitt, particularly if he believes that the relationship disrespects the family they once had or complicates the fragile peace that they have been trying to maintain for the sake of their children. Despite the fact that both of them have publicly indicated a desire to move on, the idea of Jolie entering into a new relationship may reopen old wounds. The influence of the media is yet another important issue that is important to consider. The personal lives of Jolie and Pitt have been a favorite topic for tabloids ever since the beginning of their partnership due to the fact that their relationship has been the subject of the majority of headlines for many years. The specifics of their custody struggle and the breakup of their marriage were routinely splattered across top pages during the time that they were going through their divorce, which caused the media to pay the most attention to them. In spite of the fact that they have both made concerted attempts to concentrate on their separate careers and philanthropic work in the years that have passed, the revelation of Jolie's new romance may rekindle the attention of the media in their previous connection. It might be unpleasant for Pitt to consider the possibility of his private life being scrutinized once more in the tabloids. Over the course of the past few years, he has been quite open and honest about his battles with alcohol, his attempts in therapy, and his quest towards self-improvement. It is possible that Jolie's efforts to reclaim his privacy and rebuild his public image as a committed father and artist would feel like a step backward if he is thrown back into the limelight of the media as a result of her new engagement. There is also the possibility that jealousy is playing a role on a personal level. Even in the most amicable of divorces, it is not unusual for one partner to have feelings of envy when the other partner moves on with their life on different terms. When Pitt sees Jolie with a new partner, it may cause him to experience feelings of inadequacy, insecurity, or grief. This is especially true if Jolie's new partner looks to provide her with a sense of stability or companionship, which Pitt believes he was unable to find in their previous relationship. Despite the fact that Pitt has been romantically linked to other people since the breakup, none of those relationships have gained the same attention or emotional weight as Jolie's potential new partner. This has led to conjecture about how this may be affecting him on a more profound emotional level. In addition, there is the potential for legal issues in their partnership. They continue to be entangled in arguments over the partition of their assets, most notably the expansive estate and vineyard in the south of France known as Chateau Miraval, which they purchased jointly in 2008. This is despite the fact that their divorce was finalized in the year 2019. According to reports, Jolie sold her part in the vineyard, which has provoked new legal action from Pitt, who alleges that she behaved illegally. The estate has been a huge source of conflict, and Jolie's decision to sell her stake brought about the problem. It is possible that Jolie's new connection will make these current legal battles much more complicated. Pitt may be concerned that Jolie's decisions are being affected by external forces, which could potentially put their agreements and discussions at risk. Even in the face of everything, both actors continue to be committed to their careers and to the causes they support. During this time, Jolie has continued her work as a filmmaker and champion for human rights and refugees, while Pitt has focused on making films through his firm, Plan B Entertainment, and has been involved in a variety of humanitarian efforts. Despite the fact that they have different perspectives on co-parenting, they continue to place a high importance on their common devotion to their children. There is a good chance that the interactions between Jolie and Pitt will continue to be in the public eye as they continue to navigate the intricacies of shared motherhood and their different routes to personal happiness. Their narrative highlights the difficulties of moving on from a highly publicized relationship, particularly when children, legal battles, and emotions are still at play. As much of the speculation that surrounds Jolie's new relationship and its influence on Pitt remains just that, speculation, their story highlights the difficulties in moving on from a relationship that has received a lot of attention. When all is said and done, Jolie and Pitt's developing relationship serves as a reminder that even Hollywood's most glamorous stars experience the same challenges, heartaches, and anxieties as everyone else who is attempting to move forward after a big chapter in their lives comes to an end. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.